just getting reflection. Hey guys, it's Tinman. The steering wheel is not in a good position to get you some outdoorsy kind of stuff instead of just staring at me. That was my thought. So I didn't have to worry about combing my hair or anything. So it's Tinman here. I don't know. Well, it's Friday night. Thought I would just come on live, try to tease people in realizing that I teach a little bit different information. Hey Brown, how's it going? Greetings, sir. Back to you. You got a new thumbnail there. A new drawing, I'm gonna guess. Of yours? Not really guess, but knowing that you're an artist and that you drew your last one, I'm going to put together that information and come straight out and ask, thank you very much for the thumbs up. Whoever's going to give me one first. But anyway, so yeah. You know, I just am sitting here doing nothing in my evening. My back's hurting me a lot, I'm just realizing. First. Right on, thanks bro. I think you're the first viewer and only viewer too. How do things seem out there for you, for your viewers and stuff? Do things seem to be growing? Do people's concerns or notice of anything seem to be growing, or is it pretty straightforward? They enjoy watching your content and, you know, maybe don't pose a lot of questions. I'm not too sure. What are you getting there, Brown? You know, Rick here, what does he go by? Last name Rick, searching for the big guy or something like that. He's got a big title. You're just hoping they enjoy your content. Well, I think most of your people do enjoy it. Hey Michelle, how's it going? Sup, dude? Just kicking, not much. Thanks for coming by, Michelle. Good to see a local on here. I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I was just about to complain about my back. Just my, whatever it is, that C6, no, not C6, something 6, you know, where it's kind of mid-back. What is that? Is that L? Yeah, I think L6. In that area, I got a facet joint. That is a bad guy, and he flares up and teases and makes quite a bit of pain in there. So I've been trying to stretch him out and see if I can get a little bit of click of some kind of compression relief. Oh, I just got something there, but it was a little bit higher. So, see what happens. CBD. Well, there we go. Let me see what I can do here, because you just gave me an idea that I would have sat here the whole time forgetting about that idea. So thank you very much, Brown. Not that there's much CBD in this, I'll tell you that much. But you know what? The little tiny fraction that's in there with the little small amount of THC is welcomed into my body. I'm not gonna deny it, but you know how it is, boys. You know, sometimes when we're scratching around for money and stuff like that, everything suffers, and I'm not complaining, but that is just the learning curve for this dude. Is even this stuff has to suffer just on quality. It can't suffer on quantity, really. So I even turned around, like I got the 4 inches, the long ones here, and I actually even was just ripping them, a couple of them down a little bit shorter, make them almost regular length. Yeah? Bring it on. Somebody doing a peel out there. Thanks for the good idea though, Brown. So has anybody got any questions, any thoughts, any... Nothing's coming to my mind to think. I feel like almost like I've gotten people backing off on me in some realms, but other people becoming more interested in other ways. So I know my stuff's hard to follow, but it doesn't mean I'm full of shit. Just keep trying hard to follow and try to click with what I'm talking about. Think about it. I haven't been giving up on my story for almost 2 years now. And if you actually go to the very back, go back 19 months ago and figure out how to get to 19 months ago, and you start watching me from there, you will learn how I learned. And it will bring you up to where I'm sitting today if you get inside my mind. People tell me that I'm a hard read, that you have to figure me out, you have to figure out my style of talking and stuff, and I've heard that a lot of my life. So it's nothing new to me, and I try to make it clearer for you guys. I try not to skip over things, but those are just habits that I have. Those are just my style and so on and so forth, so I really don't do it on purpose. But I will tell you to keep trying, because it's worth it in the end. I'm getting together with some people here in a couple of days or something that I've been pressing that I want them to know is not as much as I know, but some of the realisticness with what's going on here. And what I've asked them to watch with me is my video that I call, I believe it's something like this, 5 Bigfoot encounters in one video. I believe it's like that. And I believe I give a pretty good breakdown in there, and you just got to be patient for the 16 minutes and actually listen to my words. You have to set up your video so you can bring up each 5 videos, bring up those 5 videos and compare them in the better video form at the same time as I'm explaining them. Point is, that's what I'm going to be sitting there with these 3 different people and going through the video with them, and I'll be sitting there watching that video with them. So at any point, that is super easy for them to be sitting there, to be able to ask me any question, point at any objects on the screens and stuff like that, because I'm sitting right there, and they're going to be very enlightened. The reason for that kind of force enlightening is because I want them to be safer. I want them to understand. You know, people know when we're walking around at night, or, you know, as soon as it becomes 10 p.m., we know the degree of safety, being aware of your safety goes up just amongst the humans. In around 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., it's really dangerous to be out amongst the humans, because the intoxication and the misbehavior type people out and stuff like that, you know, who like to be out in the dark and sneaking around and stuff. So we are aware of that for the humans. We're aware if we're walking past somebody's property and we can hear their dog go, oh, that mean dog sounds like he's chained up behind that fence, or he sounds like he's free. We're aware of understanding. Well, I'm trying to make us aware of another level. And I'm going to jump into one of my real heavy comments. I still do not have any information that makes me change my mind towards having a belief that these guys have taken children and or women and or men, probably the bunch. And I have one in particular case of a missing woman that was 5 months pregnant, and I believe there's still no trace on her as far as I understand. And that's my fear with that, because the setting sets into that story so well. And then just weeks before I had been there, and then weeks before that time I had been there and at the park, and that was in my earlier days of starting to read some of the tracking, and I went to that park and said, hey guys. So yeah, but so there's just some stuff about that. Let me get you guys on a better camera view. How's that sound? Dun, 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 as a mosquito flies in. I don't know if you've seen that. Got a couple of comments going on CBD. Are the Bigfoots more active on nights like this? You know, I've been around when it's pouring rain and it's just sopping out and stuff. And activity, I was, you know, it's not like I'm standing there staring, but somebody waving at me and telling me information, but the feeling that I was getting, or have gotten a couple of times, is that kind of weather doesn't stop the hardcores. They don't, like, doesn't make them flinch, that kind, you know, like a harsh rain and stuff is kind of what I was referring to there. But on a night like that, tonight, I don't see why not, why it wouldn't be inviting to them either. I agree. Because it for sure is a fabulous night out. I mean, you guys don't get to see much of a view out there, but I can, even through the light there, I can see one star anyways. I think it's completely clear up there. But yeah, is there anything else I could kind of jump into about some Bigfoot stuff? Any questions, anybody? Any more questions? What was that question? Just make sure, these kind of nights. Oh, I don't. Yeah, you don't doubt it. So, Brown, are you out on the road? Or are you just around home? I just noticed sometimes, a couple of times when I've been watching your videos, something about camping, something about a hotel or motel, stuff like that. So, excuse me. I don't know your whole story or anything, so I just, you know, you see those couple of words and you figure, okay, you do traveling and stuff. Or maybe you're a salesman, a traveling salesman for, what do you call it? Shower curtain rings. You know the shower curtain rings? Maybe you're one of those traveling salesmen. You remember that in, that's out of one of the movies, out of the Buck, you know, Uncle Buck or whatever. I think he was, which is John Candy. In one of his movies, anyways, he played a role like that, where he was a traveling salesman for shower curtain rings. He was one of the best. Also a Canadian soul, that guy. I'm gonna turn the camera a little bit, see what's going on your maybe questions or anything, if anybody's got something going on. I got this fly bothering me in here. I think he's been in here for a couple of days. Where should I put it? Yeah, put it like that. Let you guys have a little bit better of a view than just my handsome face, eh? See a car driving by or anything like that. So we got Lee in here. You got some good smoke up there. Yeah. Up here in Canada, for sure. You know what? Let's put it this way. We've just become, like, medical use has been allowed for a while now where it was legal. More or less legal in an understood way. Now it's become written legal where even they've included the, what do you call them, recreational use. And they've, from my understanding, tons of our already established liquor outlets. I don't know if it's just our government ones, because here in British Columbia we have government ones too, but it's, you know, it's not a huge number anymore. There's a lot of private ones, but anyways, a bunch of stores are the ones that are going to have those strains. And I believe, if I heard correctly, there's going to be like I think it was something like 170 different strains or something available at all these liquor store establishments for recreational smokers. So that's what you're going to get in... Hey, Jay, my man, where have you been? You've been worrying me, brother. Have you heard of any Native American Bigfoot legend you care to share? I have discovered and helped solidify Native American legends to more where they're not just legends, where you feel the real stuff in them. And Jay, that guy who just popped in here, might help agree to that. You've been really busy with family and stuff, eh? Did you hear that question in my comment, Jay, there? Because the reason why I say Jay is because Jay has come out and stood alongside of me, so he sees my style. There he is, saying, yeah. He sees my style, he knows what I'm up to, because I preach, and I do it for a reason, not because I'm trying to preach at everybody, but I'm trying to enlighten people to just go with some instinct, go with some good nature here, and try to learn what I talk about in the tracking part of it and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm not an easy egg to crack, but if you have any questions or anything like that, where, you know, if you just throw out, well, tell us a story, believe me, I don't know how many hundreds of stories I have now. So you have to be kind of specific a little bit and stuff like that. It could be a drone. Okay, what do we got going on here? Not so sure why you're saying it could be a drone, but have you gotten into drone work yet there? I figure that might be something that you would do there, Brown. How would, you know, over top of those beach looks and stuff? I bet you that would be pretty skookum stuff. You'd get a lot of increase there. Make sure you give me a shout out if you do that idea. It'll really, people will just flock to your show, I tell you that right now. Be busy? No, I didn't hear. Oh, you didn't hear? Very cool. Well, basically, Lee here is saying, have you heard of any Native American Bigfoot legends you care to share? And I more or less said to Lee there that more so than hearing some of those legends, I've actually, in some respects, maybe broke codes to verify those legends to not just be old legends, which are old, pretty solid feeling stories, to being more realistic, even more so stories, especially if you come into the part of some of the legends out there talk about that they're caretakers of the land. I don't want to go too much into how much they say. You punks better watch it. But yeah, I don't know how much yeah, you got me there. That stuff went and distorted my hearing there. That was just I should have just put my finger in my ear. Been really busy. I keep going back there. Very cool. So anyways, Jay, so I was asking you, that's right, you know, you've been walking right side by side with me. Would you say, in your view, something like the natives' legends and stories that we have, we can add a lot of information to that now, from kind of the way that I'm showing started showing the woods to you, and for, you know, in your little bit of time that you've had out there with me, which wasn't much, and maybe it's all fading, but very cool. You have some excellent views on the one of your latest videos. Oh yeah? Like visual views, okay. Right on. Which one was that one? Do I gift? Yeah, I guess I do a little bit, but it's not like that's Brown saying that. It's not like I'm. Oh yeah, I had asked you if you drew that picture. I bet you probably have answered me on that, haven't you, Drew? Could be one of the questions that I missed on you. Yeah, there's Jay going, oh yeah, we can make our own legends. Well, you know, I think I'm kind of in a way, you know, from legends of some natives out here. There's Michelle with a big comment. With some of the legends out here, I've helped verify where I trust that legend comment that of them talking about them being caretakers of the land. And that was the first time I ever heard anybody refer to the forest beings, whether it's Sasquatch or Bigfoot, related in some way as family and friends with those guys, as being caretakers of the land. I had never ever in my life ever heard that before, and that's what I got to do, is just shut out this side. And yeah, so hearing that caretakers of the land, because you know my very first nickname, I got this light shining on my face. You see that light? It's attacking me. It's what do you call that? Orb. It's attacking my eye, isn't it? Where is it? Anyways, don't want to get off subject there. Yeah, I think you got my point. Can make our own legends, that's right. Okay, I've met you a couple of times, that's right, Michelle. Talked to you, watched your videos and seen visual views on a couple of videos, and I live in the same city. That's right. So Michelle is another guy that's come and visited with me. I wasn't leaving you out, but you know, Michelle, we got to do that little bit of a thing too if you want to step up. Made me a believer. Michelle, you already had your beliefs. I think it just helped probably instill, you know, not to cut you off with your beliefs and stuff, but I think it helped instill it, really, because you told me a little bit of your upbringing and stuff like that, and I think this just, once again, is helping make it, you know, put that extra stamp on there or something. That's the same with Jay, actually, because when he was 17 years old, and then he had a couple of other experiences, but that was his big one, and yeah, I was able to say to him, yeah, that story is real, dude, and you were really there, and he knows I've been really there, so he's going, yeah, like that sort of thing. So, and Leah's saying that's cool to Michelle and stuff, right on. Oh, you didn't draw that picture, okay, Brown Door's saying he didn't draw that picture, okay. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, sit more comfortable there, Tinman. Now that the noise has died down. So Jay, what are your plans? Thanks for the thumbs ups and stuff, guys. Appreciate the support big time. My numbers are growing, kind of. It's a nice pace right now. One or two, a couple a day, I think, for the last week or so. At the calm down one. Oh, you're coming out this way tomorrow? Cool. Right on. You gonna do your rounds, go to your couple of favorite spots? Hit me up afterwards or something. Yeah, bring it on, cops. There's only 2 cars, eh? Probably 8 guys in the car. Well, they're pulling in. I probably have to go here, guys, and take these guys out. Oh, it's probably the... Oh, no. One cop just took advantage of it and took off up the hill. Cops. Jay is saying, I guess so. Sounds good. Whatever you like, brother. You know I'm around. Hit me up. I've been staying up kind of late and sleeping in kind of, so I'm not really mobile until afternoon, kind of, in a way. Right on, Brown. Thanks for the thumbs, brother. So that's how dark you are, eh? Well, you know I think I've told you or something, my ex-wife, she's probably as dark as you, but she's Punjabi, you know, from like we call them up here in Canada, East Indians. I don't know what you guys call them just over on the border there, but, you know, the Indian kind of Sikh community with the turbans and such for the Sikhs. Nothing to do with Arab. Anyways, yeah, her skin color's like that, and recently we were talking there, and I agreed to something or whatever, so she sent that over, and I sent back a white thumbs up, like, you know, that white, real white one. And I said something to her like, nice color. You know, an ex-husband, you know, throwing that out there. The frog, yeah. Oh yeah, has a full face, eh? Cool. I hope it's the one that I think I was kind of making out in that one. Cool. Or yeah, for verification then purposes, yeah. Or if there's more, that is nice. So that's Jay guy saying, he's saying that one with the frog. And you kind of get my message in that what I'm giving out there, eh, Jay? You know, I'm saying relax when you're out there. Look at the frogs. Make them draw some of your mental attention towards them, and then be allowed to search around for the beings. Because I would imagine, you know, most people who start to click into filming into one of those, you might be able to, and you know if their mind's kind of clicking at the same time. Watch for the camera to do a shuffle maybe or something where they're having to grab. You're realigning you're recentering yourself, you're resetting yourself, and if you got a hand free out like this, that is affected. If it's on a pole or whatever, it's a different effectiveness. But you know, so then all of a sudden you're you know, say you're down filming the frog, and they think, okay, you know, this is cool. Now I'm just gonna do my nice view up. Come up like this, and maybe they're wondering what's he up to looking at down there, and they kind of all of a sudden just quite caught in that, and then you're seeing at the same time they're being caught, but you're questioning it and stuff. Because I'm not going to be always right, but I'm starting to really try to allow myself to believe that there might be really one in there right now looking at me, and trying to take it to a further spot, and really studying and staring into the spot whether I'm doing it naked right into the spot, or I'm doing it through my camera where it's close there, and I'm trying to get beyond the shadow, you guys know what I mean, and get into the back depth. Because they're very unique with using the darkness of stuff, and we just think they're bigger shadows. So if you use that logic also in your work, is, you know, understand that shadows actually don't change very easily. Even when the sun's going like this, the shadow doesn't necessarily change very easily like that. It depends on what the structures are here that are going to be casting the shadows on that other side, because the sun here, structures here, shadows here, right? So now if you just got a faced wall like this, say, of trees and stuff, and the sun's just going across the horizon like this, you get all these trees, and you wonder if they're hiding out in those trees and stuff, and you sat out there and watch those trees for a couple hours. If you see any of those shadows starting to accumulate larger in size, or some dissipating just completely, like it seems like they're gone from, you know, the shadow has cleared up and stuff, question those ones, because it's not that easy. It's not that easy for the shadows. If you start to study the sun and stuff, then you're going to get the answers more clear of what a shadow's really doing now, like the shadow that's happening with my face here and stuff. if you guys really started looking and stuff, you would be able to tell if it's because of the lights from that building or from there, or that street light thing there, and so on and so forth. You follow me, right? Same with us with the sun here, so we can watch and learn. So in other words, you can repeat, come back, and shadows shall be repeated still the same, unless somebody's coming around and mucking with the tree. Obviously, I'm not talking on a, on a heavily windy day, but so, there's some stuff if anybody, I'm sorry about that. Hold on, please. Oh, yes. Hopefully it's not that loud to you guys. There we go. Okay, so that's Jay now saying the frog video has a full face that he's picking up on there. He's saying, yeah, at near the time of 1:30. Brown Dwarf is given I think probably a laughing crying picture or something like that, or a happy crying picture. It's a happy guy, sensitive. And Jay is at 1:36 on the calm down video. Okay. So the calm down video, there's another something going on at 1:36. Okay, I got to remember these times. And we're about, okay, half an hour or so into the video. Okay. And then also at 3 exactly on the frog video. Awesome. Thank you so much for the times, dude. Brown saying, have you ever gifted anything? Have they? Have you ever seen this one? This one I'm waiting to decide what I'm going to do with it. I believe I received this as a gift. You look at this key, man. This is like I don't know if it's really I got a magnet here. So it's not magnetic, but here it is a metal to some degree. It's more than just plastic, but it's really cool. And when I was out in Victoria there was that park I was hanging out, or it was kind of not really a castle, but a really cool old government property and stuff, and I had put up a number of videos on it. And that was a long, really cool walk that I would do lots out there when my car was broke down. And yeah, I ended up getting this where I believe, because of all the information, so I believe this was left as a gift for me on a night where I walked past that area. I looked amongst that area. Do I recall that my eyes went exactly to that spot? There was no reason for my eyes really to go to that spot. But when I came walking back, and this is all in the dark in the evening and stuff in the night, when I came walking back, I stopped to hang out kind of, because it was where one of the gates were to go into that that government property. There was 3 gates. There's the real fancy front gate, the secondary gate, and this is the very last gate. Anyways, and this was sitting there, and it was kind of, if the steel poles of that the fence all came down right here, it was kind of maybe just back from that part, but it's sitting down on the ground there. So as soon as I came around the corner, I just seen the shine, like no problem. It was this shiny and everything. And yeah, I'm willing to believe that is a gift from them. Like, I don't understand why somebody else wouldn't have picked it up. If somebody would have found it, would you just leave this cool of a key and not, say, take it up to the main building there if you did think it was one of the old keys for opening the, because that place there is originally, the first building was from the 1800s, so. Oh, right on. So Jay is saying he commented on both of those videos. Oh yeah, and that's right. Jay here, he got a plumb bob left as a gift for him. And he had left, I think he had some chicken or something, some leftover chicken, and then also some bones of chicken or something. Something like that. He left that out, I believe, and in the morning, that's what he had sitting there in exchange, was the plumb bob. So basically what Jay does is Jay does his own walking and stuff, and I don't know if he does a little bit of videotaping and stuff, but it's all for his own personal stuff. But he's starting to get experiences, and he's starting to not say, he's not going to be being fooled by them. Let's say that. Hey, Jay? That's the best way to say it, I think, or a really good way to say it is, yeah, you start getting to a spot where you're not getting fooled anymore. Brown's doing the smiley cry face again. They know we love keys. Yeah. You got the key to my heart, man. Anyways, everybody, joking. I'm out of here. Peace out. Yeah, this was just one of those videos where I just came by. I don't have any videos like what you just got, though. Yeah, I hear you. I'd like to know if you can get them. I'd like to know if there gets to be a difference still. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you showed up there and they seen you sitting in your car shuffling a shotgun around in the back seat or something, I wouldn't doubt it that they just disperse or something like that, and maybe a couple of the scouts stick around. Hey, Jay, is that how you would look at it? And yeah, that not being the case, then I wonder how you can do. Check it out. I'm out of here. Peace out, everyone. Thanks for stopping in, Tinman. Give me the thumbs, please.